and Sergeant at Arms for the club. The mission of the Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication, leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. To ensure that the meeting runs successfully, there are some certain ground rules that we all need to follow. So, starting with, please ensure that all the cell phones are on silent or switched off mode. You have 10 seconds to recheck. Please speak responsibly about religion, sex, or politics in your speeches. Use the feature of raising a hand, applause, and thumbs up when needed. Don't use Zoom messaging in between the speeches until required. You have a 1 minute silence after each speech to provide the feedback. Until not required, please put yourself on mute during the meeting. If you're playing the role, no need to check whether you are audible or not. One of us will let you know if your sound is not coming or breaking. Please make sure all the role players have added role name as prefix and real name as suffix to the username of the meeting. You have 10 seconds to recheck and implement. With this, taking the meeting forward, I'll hand over the stage to our presiding officer for the day, Priyanka Mishra.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So let's begin our meeting number 9 of Turning Point Toastmaster on Sunday. This is a special meeting of Turning Point Toastmasters, which is organized to develop our communication skills and leadership skills. I'm currently, if you would ask me, as an associate VP Ed, I'm learning a lot of leadership skills along with my communication. So let's begin the meeting. Today we have lots of guests. We have Natalie Damas along with us. We have Sandeep Kumar. We have Deepak. And we have also Ayushi, Samriddhi Garg. And we have our very beautiful area director Ragini Rajpal too with us. Also, we have Rahul Sharma as our speaker. Now, I would like, I think we have, how could I forget our special evaluator Shekhar Gupta. Welcome everyone. Let's begin the meeting of meeting number 9 of Toastmaster, turning one Toastmaster on Sunday. So I would like to call our very vigilant Toastmaster who has joined recently, but he has shown so much enthusiasm that he is taking role in every possible meeting in Toastmasters. We are having two meetings within a week, and he's taking role in both of them. Today he is Toastmaster of the day. He's none other than Toastmaster Sujit. Let's welcome Toastmaster Sujit on the spotlight, please. Over to you, Toastmaster Sujit.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer, for generous introduction. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. My mentor to me, Sujit, you have to take the role of Timot. Me. Yes, sir, I am thinking about the same, but I am not prepared. So I am preparing for that, and I will do it in next 15 days. My mentor. Okay. So whatever help you needed, you can call me at any time. Yes, I will definitely call you whenever any help needed. Now, after 15 days, my mentor called me again. Surjit, are you ready? Me, no, actually I got stuck in somewhere and I could not prepare. So I will do it in next 15 days. Now, this way 2 years gone. And now I am in front of you as a Timot for the first time. It took 2 years to reach me here because it is due to procrastination and shrinking from the job of taking action. Now, I want to ask audience, have you ever faced such a situation where you have everything, you are prepared, you have all the resources, but you shrink yourself from taking any action?
Yes, yes, yes. I face the same
Of course,
situation.
yes. Yes, so many times.
Yes, it happens. So move on. The most powerful way to shape our life is to get ourselves to take action. The difference in the results that people produce comes down what they have done differently from others in the same situation. Different actions produces different results. Why? Because any action is the cause set in motion and it affects us to move in a definite direction. Now, uh, let's come to the agenda of the meeting. Today's meeting theme is action, direction, and destination. What when what is that thing which force us to take action and keep us motivated to keep consistency in the action? Before moving ahead, let me explain the structure of today's meeting. A Toastmaster meeting typically has three sections. First section is prepared speeches. We have prepared speeches where speaker prepare their speeches in advance and deliver their prepared speeches. We have two prepared speeches today. Rajesh and Rahul are speakers today. Second section is table topic section. Table topic section is where all the fun begins. Guests and Toastmasters who have not got a chance to speak are invited on stage and give them a topic and they have to speak impromptu on the stage. Basically, it is a impromptu speaking. Table topic master for today is Nimit Mittal. He has prepared some fantastic topic related to our meeting theme today. He will invite us on stage and give us topic on his will, and we have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. That's where our impromptu skill gets polished. Last but not the least, we have the evaluation section where everyone get a chance to improve. We have general evaluator part, general evaluator who will evaluate the meeting as a whole, and along with him, he has a tag team who assist him in this task. Now, move on to this was the structure of our meeting. Now, I would like to invite our general evaluator part today, and distinct Toastmaster Anand Katyani is general evaluator for today. He is very nice person and he mentored many people in Toastmaster journey. His kind word always inspired us. And when I asked him, is only action is sufficient to achieve our goal? He replied, planning before action is more important. Even if action falls short, planning ensure at least we achieve something. So let's welcome our general evaluator Anand Katyani on stage.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, and greetings, everyone. Your theme is very curious today. The theme reminds me of those, physics classes somewhere in 11th, 12th, if you are from science math background, action, reaction, Newton's laws. Well, my favorite word from the entire 2 years of that period was velocity. Somehow this word even is still my favorite, velocity. Do you know what's the difference between velocity and speed? Anyone?
Velocity is speed with the direction.
Correct. So merely doing things, having speaking exercises, taking up roles, taking up speeches, is that how you reach towards your destination? For that, you need a GPS. You need to reach in a certain direction with whatever speed you want to. That is how you reach your destination, as per the theme today. Now, what if in a Toastmasters meeting, other than doing simply the actions, the speed magnitude, you also get a certain direction? Well, that's how you achieve a velocity, a directed speed. That is where evaluation comes into play. Sometimes evaluation can actually accelerate your learning, course correction in that velocity itself, and that is how you reach your destination even faster. See some examples in this meeting live here. It took me 2 years to deliver my first icebreaker. There are people who are delivering roles, TMODs, GEs, speeches much faster and much better than that. So people, evaluation is one beautiful, healthy exercise in Toastmasters that is intended to bring out the best in you. I'm not doing it alone today. I have a team to help me during that. And I will spotlight myself, one of them one by one, starting with the timer today. Presiding officer as well as the timer today, Priyanka, will ensure that whenever we get a speaking exercise on stage, we remain within our designated time limits. To give us a visual signal with that, she will raise these few cards. Priyanka, if you can, please flip the cards so that I can talk about them. Every speaking opportunity, if a prepared speech of 5 to 7 minutes or a table topic of 1 to 2 minutes or an evaluation of 2 to 3 minutes, we will have, thank you, Priyanka. So we will have these green, yellow, and red traffic lights, which will tell us in a prepared speech, 5 minutes, we will see this green light. For a table topic, 1 minute, we'll see this green light. And a table topic, we will, in an evaluation, we'll see it at 2 minutes. Likewise, a yellow light will tell us, now start wrapping up. 6 minutes in case of a prepared speech, 1.5 minutes in case of an evaluation, and 2.5 minutes in case of a 1.5 minute in case of a table topic, and 2.5 in case of a evaluation. The red signal tells us stop. So don't be alarmed by seeing a red signal. It is not there to shake your confidence. Just keep in mind, you still have 30 more seconds as a speaker when you see it at 7-minute mark. As a table topic speaker at 2 minutes mark, and as an evaluator at 3 minutes mark, you still have 30 more seconds. But beyond that, you will get disqualified. Now, having taken care of that, I also would like to remind Priyanka, please show this red, yellow, and green signals for our tag team reports as well towards the end, so that there also we remain in time. Now, our counter, my good friend from Coimbatore, our old friend actually, Priyanka, and my old friend Deepak Pinjani. So he is kind enough to take it up today. And Deepak is going to note down. Deepak, I will give a short introduction on your behalf. You will give your report towards the end. So Deepak will tell us how many hours, so well, but you knows, actually, basically, etc. we speak during our intentional speaking. Also, how many unintentional pauses or repeats or fumbles that we made. He will give us at least a high frequency count, if not actually in drill down detail for everything. So within 2 to 3 minutes, he will also present his report in my evaluation session towards the end. And perhaps my most favorite role, as well as the role which has helped me improve being a student from Hindi medium, is the grammarian role. So as a grammarian, our esteemed area director, Ragini Rajpal, today will be our grammar teacher. She will tell us what did we speak as a beautiful language usages, phrases, words, vocabulary. Also, where could we have improved anonymously? So she will praise in public, but will give an anonymous private feedback openly. She will also give us a word of the day. So Ragini, over to you. If you have a word of the day, would you like to share with us?
Thank you, General Evaluator. So the word of the day today is augment. The pronunciation is augment. And the meaning of the word is to increase or add to value or something. So if you want to say something increases, you can always use it as a something augments. Also, it is used as a verb. So I will also quote an example. While searching a way to augment my communication skills and networking, I enrolled in Toastmasters. So this is one of the usages. And also I would encourage everyone here to use the word of the day. And if somebody uses the word of the day, we would appreciate it if you give a thumbs up to that person. A virtual thumbs up will also do. Over to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Madam Area Director, as well as our grammarian. Your kind help will help us augment our own communication skills. That's my hope. And with the help of my entire tag team, all of us will dare speak in table topics, in speeches, in evaluations, wherever we get a chance. And we will augment our own clarity of thoughts, as well as our speaking skills, our fluency, our timing, everything. So with that hope and wishing everyone all the best, I hand it over back to our dynamic and diligent Toastmaster of the day, Surjit.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator, for explaining your role and introduce your team. In 1952, a woman named Florence Chadwick decided to attempt the 26-mile swim between California coastline and Catalina Island. During her swim, she was traveled with a team whose job was to keep an eye out for sharks and be prepared to assist in the event of in the unexpected cramps, injury, or fatigue. Roughly 15 hours into her swim, a thick fog began to set in, clouding Chadwick's vision and confidence. Her mother happened to be in one of the boats at the time, as Chadwick relayed to her team that she didn't think that she could complete the swim. She swam for another hour before deciding to call it quit. As she sat in the catering boat, she discovered that if she would have continued for a mile, she could have reached the coastline uh, island. Now, after 2 months, Chadwick uh, failed attempt. She tried the swim again, and again this time a thick fog set in. But this time she has a clear picture of the seashore in her mind, and as she pushed herself along, and not only did she succeeded, but Chadwick ended up with the swim an additional 2 times. For measure, Chadwick also became the first woman to swim the English Channel in both directions. She did so in record time. So same is happened with us in our Toastmaster journey. When we look at our goals, for 2-3 weeks, we remain motivated and we attend all meetings and take the role in the meeting. But uh, after 2-3 weeks, we uh, as the picture of the goal faded in our mind, and we decided to lose interest in this, and we suddenly despair from meetings. So when we have a clear picture of our goals in our mind, so nobody can stop us taking action. Now move on to our prepared speech section. In prepared speeches, we take action and prepare the content. We practice the content, and our mentor give direction to enable us to give our best. And after speech, ultimate confidence is our destination. So first speaker for today is Rahul Sharma. He is delivering his speech from Level 3, Project 1 from Presentation Mastery. Speech title is Business Cycle Investing. But before I call him on stage, let me invite his evaluator, Ayushi Kumar, to read his speech objective. She is CA by profession, working with McKinsey. And so please welcome Ayushi Kumari on stage.
Hello, everyone. Today, Rahul will be delivering his level 3 using elective project using presentation mastery. The title of the speech is Business Cycle The title of the speech is Business Cycle Investing. The floor is all yours. All the very best, Rahul.
Thank you, Yushi, for reading the objective of the speech for Rahul Sharma. Now, with a huge round of applause, please welcome Rahul Sharma on stage. Toastmaster, please have a audio.
Can you? I just want to share my slides.
Okay, I'm
enable
making you
that?
the co-host. Yeah.
Thank you.
Just a quick check for timer. Is it 5 to 7 minutes speech?
Yes, it is 5 to 7 minutes speech, and for the second speaker, it would be 4 to 6.
Thank you.
So, Rahul Sharma, business cycle investing, Rahul Sharma.
So good afternoon, Toastmasters and dear distinguished guests. So today I'm going to. So I'm audible to everyone?
Yes, you are. Please go ahead.
Okay. So good afternoon, Toastmasters and dear distinguished guest. Today I am going to talk about the business cycle investing, and I believe this thesis will augment our investments portfolio and provide immunity against the market upside and downside. So to start my first slide, I want to explain the phases of a business cycle. Typically, in every business cycle, we have a 4 phases: growth, recession, slump, recovery, and growth. So, but it's quite difficult for a common person or a non-financial guy to identify the phases of a business cycle. So in my next slide, I mentioned a few examples, or you can say few characteristics, so you can understand the phases in examples of in growth phases and in slump phases. Typically, in growth phases, consumers and businesses feel confident about themselves. Top managements want to hire new employees. They want to set up new plants and want to set up new products in different geography and different markets. Factories are running at full capacities, and well as employees have been getting multiple job offers, salaries hikes, and other benefits from their companies. As well as consumers also love to buy discretionary goods and plan for an vacations outside country. But if you talk about the slum phase, it is totally different. Businesses feel nervous and jittery about any spendings. Factories are working at idle capacities, and businesses also cutting costs and starting layoffs and salary freezes. So these are the basic characteristics of growth phase and slump phase. So let us understand it more with the help of an example. Let's say I own a cement manufacturing company in Gurgaon, and the daily production capacity is 100 bags and the price per bag is 100 rupees. So I would like to explain you how I will perform in the slump phase and in growth phase. So let's talk about the slump phase. So my cement production capacity is 100 bag per day, but the actual demand in the economy is just 40. So daily revenue I am earning just 4,000 rupees, but the fixed cost will be 1,000 rupees, and it will be fixed. It will remain fixed. Suppose if you are giving 1,000 rupees to your employee, it will remain 1,000 after 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months. So my net profit in this case is 3,000 rupees. But if you look at the growth phase, the actual demand in this period is 90 rupees, 90. So the revenue is 9,000 rupees. So fixed cost is remain 1,000. So my net profit in this case is 8,000 rupees. So my overall profit has been increased by 5,000 rupees in the growth phases. So I hope you understand. So in my next part of my speech, I just want to explain you the impact of business cycles on sectors, how sectors will perform in a different cycles. So I have developed this table for our understanding, and in rows I explain the different sectors, and in columns I explain the different phases I talk about in my last slides. So let's talk about the financial sector. So financial comprised of banking and the non-banking financial institutions and insurance companies. So we should purchase and we should invest in financials and stocks when we are in recovery and in expansion zone, and we should definitely avoid all these stocks or mutual funds when we are in recession and slump. So my next example is technology. So technology always perform in recession and slump, and in recovery and in expansion time period, they will give us very moderate kind of returns. So I explained all these sectors, like we have consumer staples. Consumer staples will perform in recession and slumps, but in recovery they give us very moderate kind of returns. So let us understand these concepts with the help of a driving concepts. So let's say we are driving a car on our express highway. So whenever we are driving a car on express highway, we have always experienced broad and smooth road. We have experienced comfortable journey, and we reached on our destination with less travel time with efficient fuel consumption. And I believe at this time on express highway it is conducive for us to keep our speed 80 to 100 kilometers per hour. Similarly, when economy is in full swing and everything is going good in our economies, we are getting good macros, good demand, people are demanding goods and services from their counterparts. So it is conducive for our investments portfolio to align towards banking, infrastructure, real estates and capital goods. So let's say now we are driving our car on a city highway. In city highway, we have experienced always average road, less comfortable journey due to travel, due to traffic and inefficient fuel consumption. And I believe in this time we always keep our speed around about 40 to 60 kilometer per hour. So similarly, when economy is in moderate zone, we have receiving good average macros from government, relatively high interest rates in the environment, and people are demanding average goods and services from the companies. So it is conducive to keep our investments portfolio toward energy stocks, metal stocks and technology stocks. Now let me, there is some problem in this presentation, so let me now we are driving a car in a very in a village road. So whenever we are driving a car on a village roads, so we have always experienced narrow roads and comfortable journey and more travel time, and our speed is around about 10 to 30 kilometers per hour. So similarly, when we are in in recession zone, where people's have been getting fired out from their jobs, even governments is facing huge challenges on macro fronts or on fiscal deficit sides. So it is conducive and it is very best for us to align our portfolios towards utilities, daily use and pharmaceutical stocks, and that will help us to mm, augment our portfolio and achieve a very best return out of our investments. So at last, I have just one takeaway from my whole business cycle investing theme. We should not consider past returns whenever we are doing investments, whether it in mutual funds or whether it in direct stocks. Always try to analyze on why this stock or why this mutual funds have been performing so well so much, and try to get some pointers out of it. Try to note down on your on your copy, and then do some investments, and always take help from from your advisors, from your respective dear ones whom you think they know about investment. So it will definitely help you to make your investments portfolio well and bear the market volatility. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Rahul, for such a wonderful speech and presentation. So now we observe 1 minute silence for Rahul Sharma to give him a feedback from the audience. Timer, please let me know if when 1 minute. Thank you, timer. No, second speech for today is uh, from Rajesh Kumar. He is delivering his speech from level 1, project 1 from leadership development path. Speech title is My Journey. He is delivering his icebreaker speech. So we have ritual here in Toastmaster that whenever some delivers icebreaker speech, we have to uh, give him a standing ovation. But this is an online meeting, so we can't do that. But we can at least give him an applause after, as soon as he finishes speech. So before I call him on stage, let me invite his evaluator Shekhar on stage to read his speech objective.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. And Rajesh, my friend, I congratulate you and give you all the best to continue your journey with keeping your first step forward. All the very best. The objective of your speech is to introduce yourself to the group and the club and to learn and the structure or the basic structure of public speaking. All the very best, and back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Shekhar, for reading the speech objective for Rajesh Kumar. Now, with a huge round of applause, let us welcome Rajesh Kumar on stage. So, Techmaster, please highlight Rajesh and check his audio video.
Yeah, hi Rajesh, can you speak something?
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, Rajesh, all good.
Thank you.
Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Techmaster. Rajesh, my journey, Rajesh.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Any questions on what we covered so far? Delivering a speech and delivering a baby, it is going through the same process, same level process. I was pregnant for last 39 years to deliver an icebreaker speech. And the time comes, I'm delivering it today. The first time when I met my parents, around 39 years back, that time I was so excited. I forgot my dress code. Now, after 39 years, when I'm delivering my speech, that times I was so nervous and excited, I forgot to come. When I met my parents, that time I was only 4 kg. To become from 4 kg to 85 kg and then to reduce 70 kg within 4 months, I have gone through a lot of ups and downs in my journey. Fellow Toastmasters, Toastmaster Day, and dear guests, I am a breech baby. Breech baby means my leg from my mother arms when I came, my leg came first, then my head. For that reasons, my mother, she was suffering a lot. She was getting so much back pain. But my grandmother said, the breech baby characteristic is if they put their feet in someone's back, then all the pains will go away. But unfortunately, I could not save my life, save my mother's life. She left out before in our meeting itself. Being the youngest son, I was so naughty and always bunk my classes. If you'll check my college, I never did a single class in my commerce background. Though I'm a commerce background, but my friends or teachers or lecturers, they are finding me in the science block. Because I was there to find someone who can understand my feelings and propose me one day. I could not succeed that once. But due to science math, it helped me to secure a good rank in my JEE and got admission in a good college. I belong to a typical Odia family. And here in Odia, basically, that all the communications as well as the English is very poor. When I was in the college, my friends, they are teaching me, hey, Rajesh, you are going outside. After the MC, you are going outside. How will you survive? How will you talk? I was thinking all those things. Still, I remember in the 5th semester, the campus selection started. The previous to campus selections, that day I told my friends, see, my sun sign is Leo, and I will never die until I fight. I sat in the campus and I got selected for the DRDO. After that, it was a history. Fast forward, after 14 years, suddenly I woke up and I feel that once or realize, yes, communication is the integral part of our daily life. I got the message on October 22nd, 2020. I got the message. There is a forwarded message from the Turning Point Toastmasters. And it was just a sessions which I have to attend. Without any doubts, without any hesitations, I joined to the meetings. That times, our tabletop masters, he has given me a topic which was, I could not tell a single word that day. I was thinking that I was completely blank. But now the evaluators, current evaluator and the DTM Anant told that, Rajesh, don't worry. Whatever you will do, you just listen. After that, you start. That gave me a lot of encourage. From that day onwards, I never said. All the table topics, I was there for almost 2 minutes. Because of that Anand guidance, I am standing in front of you and delivering my icebreaker speech after 39 years. So failure is the pillar of success. In your life, both success and failure will come. But how you are enjoying the failure and how you are handling the success, that depends on your that depends on your journey. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajesh, for such a wonderful speech. So let's have a huge round of applause for him. Now we observe 1 minute silence to write feedback to Rajesh. Timer, please let us know.
We also welcome a few guests who have joined us in between. Ranvijay, Munish, welcome. We will encourage you to take part in the upcoming table topic session, and please stay till the end to give your kind feedback.
Thanks a lot.
Another announcement is that we'll be having the polls for the best speaker just now after the time is over. So I'll be launching the polls.
Thank you, timer. Now polls are in your front of your screen. So choose the best speaker for today.
The polls shall end in next 5 seconds. So please vote if you have not done it yet. Closing the polls now. Sujit, you can continue.
Thank you, Toastmaster. So every direction leads us to an ultimate destination. If we want to direct our life, we must take control of our consistent actions. The key and the most important question is this: what precedes all our actions? What determines what actions we take, and therefore who we become and what ultimate destination is in our life? So, who is the father of action? Power to decision. Everything that happens in our life, both what we are thrilled with and what we are challenged with. Why begin with a decision? It's your moment of decision that your destiny is shaped. The decision that you are taking today, now every day, will shape how you feel today as well as who you are going to become in the 90s and beyond. Next up, we have a section where you shall exercise exactly. Take decision and then take action to raise your hand and grab the opportunity to speak impromptu. You direct yourself on stage and ultimate confidence of speaking impromptu is your destiny. To conduct this session, we have table topic master Nimit Mittal. He is past president of TPTM, very cool leader, always ready to help others. When I asked him, is only action sufficient to achieve goal? He replied, before working your plan, planning the work is critical. It gives you the direction and helps you strategize so as to achieve your goal with minimal effort and time. So let's welcome our table topic master, Nimit, on stage.
Wow, thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day. You are doing a splendid job, I must say, and what words of wisdom for us all. Action, direction, destination. Wow. So moving on and continuing the feeling of action, direction, and destination, and augmenting it further. So let us come up to this fun-filled section where every one of you can participate. So I know you all must be waiting for this particular section as you also feel like speaking on the virtual stage. So here I am, and I'm ready with a few interesting topics related to the theme. And yes, you can all nominate yourself by raising your hands or probably just you're typing yourself on the chat window. So what we'll be doing here, we would be speaking on a topic impromptu. That is, I'll be giving you a topic and then you'll have to speak it right then, okay? And you have to speak it for 1 to 2 minutes, where at 1 minute you'll be shown a green signal, At 1.5 minutes, will be shown a yellow signal, and at red will be shown at the 2-minute mark, and which will be a signal to wind up your speech before 2 minutes 30 seconds. All right. So yes, who would like to go? And if you are not so clear about it, let me have a quick demonstration about this topic and about this activity. So can I request Toastmaster Natalie to come up, please, because she's already a Toastmaster, experienced Toastmaster, and if she would like to come and demonstrate in the interest of everyone how this is done.
Hello, everybody. Can you give me the question, please?
Yes, Natalie. Yes, you are audible and visible, and your topic is when the why is clear, how appears. When the why is clear, how appears, Natalie?
When the why appear, okay. Dear Toastmaster, dear guest, did you ask you before why I'm doing this, why I'm doing that? Never? I would like today to advise you for everything you are doing from now to ask you why. Why are you doing this? To find the sense, the direction of why you are doing this. For example, when you are an entrepreneur, when you have an enterprise, sometimes you have tough time. And when you remember why you are doing this work to make your enterprise have money, you remember that you create your enterprise to have an impact on the world, to have your employees happy, etc., etc. So when you have your why, you can go forward because you know why you are doing this. A last example, when you are student, sometimes it is very tough. And you know that the result is to have your exam. So today, I advise you from now to think about your why. Why you would like to get married? Why you get this work? Why you want to have a planet safe and healthy? Over to you, a table topic master. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Natalie, for attempting that topic very beautifully and emphasizing the importance of why in our lives. If it would have not been a why in our lives, the objective of the life, objective of whatever we do, perhaps is not very clear, isn't it? So yes, let us move on, and we already have a volunteer now. So Munish Gupta is raising his hand. So can we have Munish on the spotlight, please? Munish Gupta, a goal without a plan is just a wish. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Munish Gupta.
Good afternoon, everybody. A goal without a plan is just a waste. Like we are going for a journey and we do not know where is the destination, where to go, and we do not know. And we go here, there. It's same like that. Whenever we have a goal, we must make a goal that this is our goal. Whenever we want to achieve anything, that we have to plan in such a way that how can we achieve our goal? How can we chase our goal every day? How can we have baby steps to achieve our goal? There are many people, those who think, only dream, but practical they don't do execute. That's the reason they don't achieve anything. Whenever, whatever we want to achieve, either in business or in sports or in any profession where we are, we must have a goal. When we have a goal, then we have a time duration also, that we have to achieve this goal in 1 year, 2 years, or within 3 months. That's also very important. That's the reason people, when they have a goal, they write down their goal of twice a week. That inspire them that they have to achieve their goal. In life, those who are risen in life, they have some goal. That's the reason. And they work on their goal every day. Before going to sleep every day, they ask themselves, are we chasing our goal? Are we near to our goal? Are we close to our goal? What are the mistakes which we made it, that which we should not do tomorrow to achieve our goal? So then only you can achieve. The people, those who do not have goal, what will they do? Where will they go? They do not know which road they have to lead. They stand nowhere. Over to the Toastmaster, please.
Thank you very much, Munish, for emphasizing the importance of a goal, because without a goal, the entire game of football is just irrelevant, isn't it? So yes, I hope we all now know how things are working in this section. So now please nominate yourselves to speak next. All right, so Sandeep has nominated himself. All right, so Sandeep, life is a marathon, not a race. Life is a marathon, not a race. Sandeep.
I'm very thankful to you, Nimit. Yes, I'm very strongly agree with your topic that life is a marathon, not a race. Uh, First, we should understand what is the difference between marathon and race. In the marathon, we should gradually run, but in the race, we don't care about the goals. Rather, we just run to the achieve something. But if I give my own example, I cleared my chartered accountancy. So I think chartered accountancy was like a marathon because it divided into 3 levels: CPT, IPCC, and final. And each level was required to be cleared with the determination, with fixed goal. So in that case, if someone try to clear it in a very like 1 day, 2 day preparation, so this will like a race. It might be possible that he will win sometimes, but it is not usual for someone to win every time. So in my case, I run, I determined, and I executed all the plans in very systematic way, and that's why achieve these goals. So yes, battle is not over for me. In coming days, I have to decide the things in very good manner so that can I achieve. So throughout the life, I thought that life is a marathon. I have to go with the plans and goals. That's why. So I'm very thank you so much. Over to Toastmaster.
Thank you, Sandeep. And it's really good to see that how clear you are about your life and how you understand it. And also the way you explain to us the difference between marathon and a race. So indeed, it's a long life, but then we have to keep running and reach the finish line. So next we have Nasir Khan.
My name is
Nasir Khan. Either I win or I learn. Either I win or I learn. Nasir Khan.
whenever we do any work or we explore any new thing, so we always have some fear or some curiosity to learn that thing. But in the process, it is always not guaranteed that you will succeed. But I personally believe that if even I will not be successful, I will get a lot of experience. And we have seen in the past, a lot of researchers have done a lot of things, and only due to the failure, they got the success. So this proverb is very true. Either we success or we learn, we never fail. We get a lot of experience. And the collection of those failures gives us success. That is the foundation which makes us strong. If we will not fail, so we will not learn how to handle the situation. Suppose even we are doing something and we directly jump to the success, to our goal, and at that time also we might face some problems, so we will not be able to get those things. But we suppose we have other experience in failure, so at that time also we can handle those things. So that that experience always help us, always benefit us. There are a lot. I have personally read a lot of success stories, and most of the time I have found that a lot of people first fail. You can take example of the richest man Elon Musk, and a lot of motivational speakers, Sandeep Maheshwari, and Shekhar Khan from Bollywood, and a number of things. From any industry, you can take any name, you will find this common thing. Those people first failed and then they became success. So that means the failure is also a part of success. Over to you, Nimit.
Absolutely, Nasir. Failure is the first step to success, as they say. So thanks for sharing your views on that. So now let us move on to the next topic speaker. Can we have Ran Vijay on the spotlight now? Ran Vijay, would you like to come up? Okay, then I'll move on to
the evaluators or the tech team.
Yeah, so Shekhar was nominating.
Yes, I can go next, please.
Shekhar Gupta, well begun is half done. Well begun is half done. Shekhar Gupta.
How more I can relate to it? I have been such a kind of a person who has given n number of interviews. And every time I went in and came out, the only thing that I had in mind was how was my impression at first. Was I able to give the right impact? And were the persons interviewing me got a good image of me? And yes, here comes the core line. Well begin is half done. If I could create the right impression on the first instance, I think I have won the half battle. The rest depends on what I bring to the table. Not only in life of when you come and go give interviews, it also depends or also relates to other aspects of your life. Whenever you think of making a new start in your life, or whenever you are planning to do good or add another layer to your profile, doing it with a very positive mindset and going with all you have for the first shot gives you the right advantage. Certainly, right? And when you have that advantage, you're halfway there. You have that spirit coming in you. You have that positivity coming in you. Yes, I could step into it. I could now move for the next level, or I could go extra mile. That's where I feel this particular statement stands true every time. Give it your best, give it your 100% on the very first shot. If you had a wonderful beginning and a wonderful start, I guarantee you will automatically feel that you're almost there to the goal. Certainly, you would need some more efforts to run through that course. That is the remaining part, but you will nowhere be shattering. You will not be shuffling. You will not be started. You will be confident. You will feel, yes, if I could give it the right thing, right planning, right shot at first instance, I can certainly go and achieve the goal. Thank you, and back to you, Namit.
Thank you, Shekhar, for beautifully explaining why starting well is so important, be it any walk of your life. We start well, and so we thus move on the right track and hence reach to the right destination. So next, I'll have a quick check again with Ranvijay because he joined us back. So Ranvijay, are you available to take up a
Yeah, Toastmaster, Nathan.
okay,
Sorry, I was actually having an issue with my internet. So
no
thank you.
problems. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
Ranvijay,
Yeah.
I have a passion for Run Vijay.
Okay. So passion itself is a very strong word, actually. You know, without a passion for anybody or everybody in this world is nothing. You know, somebody is passionate about being an entrepreneur. Somebody is passionate about being a sportsman. Somebody is passionate about just seeing the world. So having a passion is a very, very important, and I think it's a critical aspects of anyone in this universe. I'm passionate about seeing the world, and taking that passion, I have been working for last quite couple of years with the travel industry, ensuring that I should get a chance to visit the world around. And that passion is still, is a young in my life. I do a lot of cycling. I do a lot of driving. I'm a guy who is a freaking out guy. I'm not bothered about anybody want to join me or not. That's the way I'm having the passion carrying at this moment. And for the rest of other people, I have seen my kid. He's passionate about football. My wife is passionate about being in a self dependent. So she's something is doing whatever she can. And I think for me it's a life. It's a life which is motivating me. Having a passion is something which is keep me like keep going on. Thanks a lot, Amit.
Thanks a lot, Ranvijay. Yes, indeed, everyone is applauding because you hit the right note there. Passion is something which keeps us alive in real sense. So, of course, thanks for sharing your passion, and I'm sure we all have some passion to live for. So now I move on to the next speaker. I will have a quick check if Ayushi is available.
Hello. Yes, Nimit, I'm available.
Okay, Ayushi, what I dream during the day, what I dream during the day, Ayushi.
Hello. Hello, everyone. So, what I dream these days is that I want to be a good speaker. I work in a very good company, but the only challenge which I face these days that I cannot speak in public. So today, day and night, I'm working to be a good speaker. Now, this is not enough, right? The only thing that it desire that I should work towards it. And the first step was uh, 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 first step was uh, uh, that uh, uh, I keep telling myself that yes, I can do it. And second step was that I joined this Toastmasters. And Toastmasters, I met such a wonderful people, which at each step, even if I'm not doing something correct, uh, uh, they make a point to make me happy or make me take one step forward. So therefore, I think that one should always dream, and if you keep moving towards your dream, I'm sure that one day uh, 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 that one succeeds, and I'm hoping that I will succeed soon. Thank you.
Yes, Ayushi, indeed, you are succeeding in that, and I can see that you are working towards your dream to be a good speaker. So all the best to you with Toastmasters and Bay next.
Nimit, I guess it's
Hello?
your. We lost you over there for a few moments. Can you repeat?
Yeah, I said that. Can I have Deepak next?
Are you asking Deepak? Deepak, would you like to go next?
Hello. Yeah, sure.
Yes, Nimit, he is up.
Okay. Deepak, difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. Difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations, Deepak.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening. It was around 2 years ago when I was attending a Toastmasters meeting and I was not in a good mood at all. In that meeting, I had my great friend Toastmaster Anand as well. That was a time when I was having hardships in my relationship, and Toastmaster Anand has this thing with me when he somehow, whether we are close in the same city or same meeting room or not, or whether we are in the online mode, he finds out whenever I'm in need or whenever I'm in a bad mood, and he gives me exactly what I need to chill out. And we went into a restaurant, we had some food, and then he just told me what's going on. I told him all my troubles, as always, and he took me into a movie, the exact movie that I needed to go into to get into a good mood. That was Thor Ragnarok. And just a day after my breakup, I went into that movie and finally I laughed a lot. And coincidentally, I was going through rough time in my work due to work pressure. And yesterday, I just attended my club meeting and I posted that I was an evaluator there. He just pinged me that attend our meeting as well, and here I am. So whenever rough times come up, there will be people around you who will help you out. Always remember them, because the rough times will surely pass, they will come and go, but those people will stay in your lives forever, and they are the people who will help you succeed in life, just like for me, my friend, fellow Toastmaster DTM Anand. Over to Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Deepak, for sharing that interesting and beautiful story of yours. I mean, indeed, Anant has been helpful not only to you, but for many, many more people. So yes, of course, importance of mentors and friends holds just at the top. So we'll move on. If we can accommodate one more speaker, please.
Priyanka, can we?
Have time till 2:39, but we can be 1 minute late. It's fine.
All right. So I'll just take the benefit of doubt and I'll request Ragini to come up. Ragini?
She seems to have dropped out due to
Okay.
internet.
So if that is the case, then we can continue.
Sure.
So just to, before bringing up the Toastmaster of the day, let me announce that we'll have the polls for the best table topic speaker right at the end, because I still need to prepare them, right? So be there till the last to see who was the best speaker among you all. All right, so we'll move on and let us bring back the Toastmaster of the day, who is doing a commendable job for the first time as a Toastmaster for the first time. So here it is, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Nimit, for wonderful table topic session. So now move on. Now, the story that I shared you, story of the Florence Chadwick, give us message that we can't succeed until we have a clear picture of our goal in our mind. Our mind is so smart that it can quit anytime if the goal is unclear to it. When we create goal, but if it is at our subconscious level, then with passage of time and other priorities in life, the image of the goal may fade away from our mind and our mind losing interest in it. And it cues and push us back. Now we have reached to the evaluation session. Now it's time to bring back the general evaluator who has been avidly listening to all of us to show share his valuable feedback. What is just about our actions, and he will provide feedback to us and direction to our future actions. So over to you, General evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. And I must agree with Toastmaster Nimit, our good friend, that yes, you are doing a commendable job as a first-time TMOD. I will give my detailed report about all the role players by the end of this evaluation session. So let me bring first my team so that I can evaluate them as well. Starting with the evaluators, I will go then to the tag team, and then I will give my own report. Starting with the evaluators, the first evaluator is Toastmaster Ayushi. Can we have Ayushi on spotlighted, who will evaluate our first speaker, Toastmaster Rahul. Ayushi, all the best.
Rahul, it was an excellent speech. Your topic was such a timely topic, and I, belonging to a finance sector, could completely relate to each and every slide that you have given. Now, I like to point out that what was the wows in your speech. First, your speech was very well structured. First, you told us that what are the business cycles, and then you told us the growth and the slump and where to invest. So proper sequence was followed in your speech so that everyone who doesn't know about that topic also can relate. The second was that you maintained a poise throughout your speech, and you sold the idea of investing to us, right? So that was a food for thought for everyone, that where we should invest. Your speech title was the mastery in the presentation, and that you used very well. And the presentation that you had made, that was so good, and it has a well balance of stats, right? So there were a few good points that you told us, and you worked upon them. There were few things that you could work upon more, so that you can make your speech better. The first one, I would say that the start of the speech could have been more captivating. So maybe that you would have started like this, that if you would pay to my speech, then you would become the king of investing. So like this, maybe you have started so that the initial only the people would have been glued to your speech. Music happens between the note, and I believe the good speech happened between the pauses. So if you could have taken little pauses and you could have involved the audience, and you would have asked few questions that that where do you want to invest? So maybe in the finance sector and the various sectors. So by doing that, the people who didn't have the knowledge of the topic, so maybe have connected it very well. In all, I would like to say that it was a very good speech. It triggered the new ideas for investing, and we are very pleased to hear about you. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ayushi. That was a phenomenal job done. Let us see an equally competent evaluator now, Toastmaster Shekhar, to evaluate the icebreaker speaker, Toastmaster Rajesh speech. Techmaster, can we please spotlight Toastmaster Shekhar? All the best, Shekhar.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Rajesh, indeed you are a fighter. And to follow with the tradition, I would like to start by applauding you for taking out so much confidence and coming out with so much confidence and delivering your first speech. Great start. The moment I heard I was pregnant for last 39 years, I was surprised. Oh my God, did I hear it right? Is there any technical issue? But no, you made humor a very simple and sober act for everyone. I think everyone got that attention at the very same moment. Pregnant, right? The word. your eye contact and confidence. You are a splendid speaker. You know where to ensure that you are contacting with your audience. And every one of them were glued. They were sticking to it. There might be something surprising or humorous coming up next. And that's how a wonderful speaker works. Apart from humor, you had hand gestures. For someone to come up and speak for the first time on stage with a prepared speech, hands shiver. I think for the very first time when I delivered my baby, I was shivering. But yes, you were hands on. You had the right areas when you wanted to pitch in, you wanted to focus. Commendable. Your expressions. I think you play with your eyebrows. Wonderful. I think people fail to understand what an important role plays, your face plays while you're speaking. Every movement or every expression that you create on your face goes right directly to the heart of the audience. And that's a wonderful thing that you do. As we have all seen on Facebook videos, adding a few Mentos to a bottle of Coke can make it go to sky. Same other tips and suggestions. I can give you a few. When you were speaking, there were various simple sentences that you were formed. Indeed, that help to grab the attention of the audience and it becomes very easy for them to understand. But you can add in some complexities that will show what paragon speaker you are. Or maybe it would bring more value to your lines, more value to your speeches. That's one thing that I could feel. Another thing, you tried adding a quote, but I think the way you mentioned in the start that at the age of 39 you're starting, there are a number of other quotes that could have been easily incorporated. For example, never too late to start, a simple yet effective quote. Another one which I feel could have been added in that was, age is just a number, you can start any day. These things actually make the audience take a note forever. They actually understand, yes, we can always start at any time. We can achieve anything in our life. It's all depend on our journey. You could have added any example, like the owner and the person who actually owns Alibaba. He is a person, he started at the age of, as an entrepreneur at the age of 40. You were pretty close. You could have added that example, Rock, you would have made it great. And I really feel you're gonna go miles in your journey because you are a paragon speaker. You know what to do and you have the mastery over humor, which I think the other speakers take good amount of time to gain. Continue with that. Don't fall back. Keep giving wonderful speeches. Just avoid unnecessary pauses whenever you take it along. And please, please, please add more content, which is a bit more complex. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you so much, Shekhar, for that scintillating evaluation once again. Ladies and gentlemen, now we should have, I guess, a quick polling because the evaluations are fresh in our minds. So Nimit, can you first please launch the polls for best evaluator before I even speak my opinion about the evaluations? I don't want to influence the audience that way. Thank you. Audience, you have strictly 10 seconds. So 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think you can close the polls if you have got sufficient numbers, if not all. Thank you. And while we are at that, can we also launch the polls for the best table topic speaker before we go any further and dilute what we just heard in table topics? Thank you. Techmaster is on fire today. So Nathalie, Manish, Sandeep, Nasir, Shekhar, Ranvijay, Ayushi, and Deepak with their respective topics on your screen. Should not be that difficult. If it is, break your own ties. Vote for one fast. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Thank you. Thank you for a diligent follow-up, Nimit. And now I will give a brief feedback about both the evaluators, and then I will go on to give one commendation and one recommendation each to every table topic speaker. Then we will go about our table topics report. So tag team report. So tag team role players, keep ready. My 1 or 2 liner feedback about both the evaluators. Boss, both of you matched up to the energies, to the vibes, to the the whole look and feel of the speakers and their speech content. When it was a humorous one, the respective evaluator matched up to the humor. When it was a knowledgeable one, the evaluator talked in those terms. So I guess both the evaluators showed great charisma as well as the presence of mind. So kudos to both of you. If I had to give one suggestion, maybe being highly critical, I can probably put it up as a challenge to you that next time when you evaluate, in the spirit of pathways evaluation forms, give one specific immediate area of improvement by the next speech itself. So that is something you can take as a takeaway. Now, timer, please time me for 3 minutes, three and a half, 4 minutes for the table topic evaluation, starting with Natalie. And by the way, I will give my evaluations in a particular order, in any order that I choose. The point remains. So for some speakers, I will give my feedback as improvement from the previous performances that we have seen on this very platform. For some, I will give absolutely with no reference, just a direct commendation and recommendation. So Natalie, starting with you, you have shown how great you are as an impromptu speaker, immediately getting into that topic and exemplifying with illustrations. Great job. One feedback for you can be looking at the lens instead of looking at the screen. That makes you tilted slightly 60 degrees away from the lens. So look at the lens, you make a greater contact with your content. Second speaker was Munish. Now, Munish, of course, you are a powerhouse of a speaker. And I have seen you speaking probably with that projection that as if you are charging a whole army of 10,000 by your mere words. I would give you maybe as a challenge that sometimes try to come down to the level of a lesser audience, lesser knowledgeable audience, and maybe speak with them instead of maybe speak to them. Maybe treat it as a group discussion where you are just conversing. So that may be a good suitable challenge for a speaker of your caliber. Sandeep, my friend, keep speaking. I'm completely referring to your previous performances. You have shown tremendous improvement. Keep it up. Today, you spoke for a greater length with a greater voice clarity as well as a greater fluency. I am noticing that. Everyone else who is a regular audience noticing that. So keep it up. Nasir, one more time, you have shown your passion for table topics. Initially, you stuttered a little, but slowly, after dilly-dallying for 10-20 seconds, you found your mojo and spoke on the content. And of course, the only feedback for you, same as Natalie, I will give you. Now imagine you and Natalie have got exact same feedback because I couldn't find anything else. Look at the screen, look at the lens, not at the screen. The next speaker, Ranvijay, you spoke for the first time today. I don't know whether you are here or not, but you spoke for the first time. And what a great presence of mind you showed. You immediately connected with the word passion in the whole topic and then defined it in your own way. That was a brilliant strategy. Of course, you spoke about your passion, your son's passion, others' passions. Maybe that itself is an area of improvement for us. What about next time we take 5 more seconds extra, but think about one particular line of thought, one passion, our passion, a personal story, drill down in detail and present a mini speech of table topics. Rather than scratching many surfaces, break the surface, get inside the topic. That can be a good area for us. Ayushi, boss, what a royal speaker you become in table topics. It, of course, is a challenge when you have to think and speak at the same time while facing the stuttering challenge. But boss, you simply just wow us with the level of clarity in your thoughts. I am surprised by the kind of examples you gave, kind of stories you weaved on the fly. Keep it up. Could not find any area of improvement. For Shekhar and for Deepak, one word, wow. Shekhar, you and both Deepak, you both started with your own stories. So Deepak, you had one crystal clear story. I was the maybe a good point in that story. Shekhar, about you, you started with interviews, and then moved on to different examples in life. Both of you had a fantastic closing with a takeaway, with a lesson, with a moral of the story. No feedback at all for both of you. That sums up my time as well as my feedback about the table topics. Time now for us to hear, starting from the Grammarian. Can we have Grammarian on stage for her report? Ragini, are you there? Tech Master, please check with, please spotlight Ragini. She's here.
I'm there. Am I
So
audible?
Ragini, I will invite you to augment our learning by the Grammarian report.
Thank you. I would now request, first of all, Mr. General Evaluator to pronounce the word. I'll spell the word and you pronounce it.
Sure.
R-A-T-H-E-R.
R-A-C-H-E-R.
R-A-T-H-E-R. I'll write it in the chat box.
Rather. R-A-T-H-E-R, rather.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. Now I would request Evaluator to Shekhar to pronounce the word again in the chat box. C-A-T-E-R.
Cater.
Sorry?
Cater.
Thank you, Evaluator. So rather and cater has a common vowel A, but a different sound. So multiple times what we do it, we use a wrong sound. So for example, car has a A, but the sound is car. Another thing, same vowel A in scare. The sound is A, scare. So that is the difference between cater, that is scare, and rather, that is car. So this is one pronunciation which I wanted to highlight. Now it was a wonderful day for Grammarian because I had multiple good usages to note. I will quickly share my screen in interest of time. Please let me know if you are able to see my screen.
Now we can. Okay,
thank you. So very quickly, I think I should not announce all the good usages, but yes, some of them. So for Toastmaster Sujit, we had phrases like keep an eye, words like enable, ultimate confidence is our destination, the decisions you take today will shape your tomorrow, etc. Please have a look on the elaborate usages. Our general evaluator Anand used the words accelerate, wrapping up, the way he explained the meaning of velocity was phenomenal, which is again was a word used by him, phenomenal, scintillating, break your own ties, etc. Speaker 1 Rahul Sharma used the word slump, which was actually contextually meaning fallen prices according to his speech, but slump has a different meaning in English, which is also called fall heavily. For example, he slumped down into the chair. Her shoulders slumped forward in disappointment. So this is another usage of that word. Other words included contraction, conducive, etc. Speaker 2, Rajesh, used words like secure, survive, pregnant, very well used in the speech. Our table topic master, Nimit, had some phenomenal table topics and very good phrases in the table topics. So including those table topics, other words which he used were splendid, demonstrate, emphasize, marathon, etc. Our speaker Nathalie, entrepreneur, enterprise. Our speaker Munish used some phrases like here and there, whenever and whatever, road to lead. Our speaker and evaluator Shekhar used very nice phrases like won the half battle, bring to the table, taking the first shot, move to the next level, go an extra mile, words like shattered, shivering, paragon, etc. Then another speakers include Nasir using foundation, failure is the first step to success, Run Vijay using anybody or everybody, critical aspect, speaking out. Our evaluator Ayushi using vows in the speech phrase, poise, captivating, a very good quote, music happens between the notes and good speech happens between the pauses. Now coming to the incorrect usages. So there were some inappropriate usages, or you could say awkward usages. For example, who was a powerful way, but it could have used as which is a powerful way. So when we are talking about a thing, we use which. And if we are talking about a person, we use who. Then kind word are. So for example, if you are quoting somebody's words, you use words and not word. So kind words are is the correct usage. Now another speaker used did 2 times. So whenever you have to mention a number of times that I did this 2 times, she did this 2 times, you could actually say rather use did twice. She did twice. Another incorrect usage was that time I was, or we mostly use that time I did this. So instead of using that time, use an idiom. Then this happened and now this happened. So use then and now to use the comparison. Now one tense incorrect usage was run and determined. It could have been used as ran and determined, past tense, or a present tense as run and determined. Similar as subject verb, we thrives instead of we thrive. And lastly, parallelism is very important. If you are using ing, please make sure you use it in the whole sentence. So this is an example. She likes cooking, jogging, and to read is an incorrect usage. Instead, you should say she likes cooking, jogging, and reading. Or you could say she likes to cook, jog, and to read. That was my report for the day. Thank you for your patience, and I hope I was able to do a lot of justice with this role because I had a lot of disturbance with my network bandwidth. Over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Ragini. Now, in the interest of time, I quickly announce the arrival of our counter, my good friend, Toastmaster Deepak. Deepak, can we have you on the spotlight? Deepak, I request you to make a brief report, only read the highlights, not the whole shenanigans.
Sure, it will hardly take 2 minutes. So Toastmaster Arunima, Sergeant at Arms, used a repetition, a couple of stutters, and a short pause. Toastmaster Priyanka used one but. She also used a repetition, yeah, a couple of stutters, and a short pause. Toastmaster Sujit had a lot of R's and you knows. He also used and a little bit of other fillers. DTM Anand, the general evaluator, used 6 R's, 2 ands. He also used quite a few so's and a few alsos. Toastmaster Ragini, grammarian, used just a few R's, one so, one now, and maybe one repetition. Coming over to evaluator, first evaluator, Toastmaster Ayushi, used a lot of R's. She also used a and a few so's. Mainly, I would say keep practicing. You are going good. Over time, it will improve. No worries. Toastmaster Rahul, in his speech, used a lot of so's and you knows. He also used a few buts and now a couple of likes. Just take a few pauses instead of using fillers in between the junctures of sentences and within the sentences. He also used a few let's say and then. Next, speaker 2 used a very few number of fillers, a few repetitions and but. Second evaluator also used really just 3 fillers as a total. Coming to table topics master, Toastmaster Nimit, he used few R's and a few so's. He also used a few other fillers and 2 all rights. Table topic speakers, I wouldn't name it out or number it out. You can look at the sheet right now if you want to have some notes for yourselves. As is what it was impromptu, so I don't want to give a focus onto that. As a whole, in the meeting, we used a lot of R's. As always, a lot of meetings have a lot of R's. We also used some so's and you knows, and other fillers were quite a few. We are around 250 in the count of fillers throughout the meeting. Thank you. I hope this report helped all of you, and thanks for the opportunity. Over to General Evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster Anand.
Thank you so much, Deepak, for that detailed report. Timer, may I have you on the stage, Priyanka, for a quick report. In case you want to share the screen, go ahead. After that, I already beforehand tell the tech master, once you launch the poll for these 3, take away the co-host access from all the 3, and let's have the voting immediately after that. Go ahead, Priyanka.
Thank you, Anant. I'll give a brief report about my timer. So starting with speakers today, we have Rahul, our first speaker. He had taken 8 minutes and 42 seconds. Rajesh, you took 6 minutes and 16 seconds. In the table topic section, Natalie, you took 2 minutes and 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Munish, 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Sandeep, 1 minute and 32 seconds. Nasir, 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Shekhar, 152. Ranvijay, 128. Ayushi, 124. Deepak, 151. And in our evaluation section, our first evaluator, Ayushi, she took 250 seconds. Shekhar, you took 3 minutes and 27 seconds. In auxiliary role players and like in table topic evaluation, Toastmaster Anand took 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Ragini, you took 5 minutes and 27 seconds. And the last, Deepak, you took Deepak, you took 2 minutes and 23 seconds. That's it. This is over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Priyanka. And just to continue, finalize your report, you have taken less than 2 seconds. So brilliant job. Great job up. Can we have the quick poll launched by Techmaster for the aux role players, the timer, the counter, the grammarian? Here it is. Take no more than 10 seconds and let's wrap this up. Announce or choose your best role player from the list of these three. Kindly evaluate them or choose them based on who, according to you, played their roles in the letter and the spirit to perfection, not by who your friend, relative, family member is. I guess we can close it. Thank you. Now, a quick feedback about my tag team, starting with the timer. Timer, I think you did everything perfect. Brief report. Introduction was taken care of. Your role was very diligent. I could see the green, yellow, and red lights being flashed every time it was needed. One word of advice, when there is another speaker already sharing the screen, we might not want to show up and interrupt with our own screen sharing. I know immediately if you close it, the previous screen is enabled once again, but when you show the red card for a longer duration, there might be substantial impact to the presentation being made, whether it is a grammarian report or a counter report or even the prepared speaker's screen being shown. So might want to be sensitive over there. Show the presence of mind that we probably have as an alternate chat boxes, big, bold, green, yellow, and red being shown up. That's it. Other than that, everything pitch perfect. Our counter, I think only one word of advice, the detailed report and listening, the great ear that you have got, boss, amazing. One word of advice is maybe from the readability point of view, you might want to use size 13 or size 14 font instead of size 11. And the column width is too much. So why not invert the X and Y axis? Have the list of role players one by one in the column and the static rows within a fixed screen. So well, but, etc. So every speaker can see simply in one single row their own performances. Like that. The moment you go up and down, the entire so well, what exactly are we matching against? That is not lost. Maybe I can share a few templates. We have a few templates over here that we use. So that probably is what we can do. And grammarian, great job. Detailed report, highly detailed report. Maybe for your own credibility, you should not have either spoken that I will not tell everything and then go about only top 5 things from a category, or you could have done that sensibly because you took a lot of time. It was not needed that you say, I will not speak about everything. I will only highlight a few, but then you went and spoke everything in detail. So that is the only area of improvement over there. Overall, I think all three of you combinedly have augmented our own grammar, fluency, and timings to a greater degree. So can we have a round of applause for all the three aux role players? Quickly moving on to the major role players, the TMOD and the table topic master. Table topic master, perfect job done. perfect job done, because you not only announced the topics, you also shared in the chat. Topics were sensible enough, speakable enough, as displayed by all the 8 speakers. And you checked for the last topic or after that with the timer that whether we have one more chance or not. So you had pretty much everything settled over there. Initial announcement, etc. Everything was picture perfect. No feedback for you, going by our standards. TMOD, superb job done. I feel privileged this time to call myself your mentor. Though I might not have done any help at all, this entirely is your sole effort to pick this theme, and credit goes to Nimit as well to help you in that. But I would like to just call myself your mentor after seeing your performance today as a TMOD. You did everything great and maintained the overall timing in patches for the whole duration. Did not just speak and utter everything in one go. You compartmentalized it and you kept it interesting. One maybe improvement area that you of course will make, instead of having to read from a piece of paper, which is fine. Even an icebreaker speaker can do that. So as first time TMOD, you of course did that. But next time onwards, just chuck away these paper. If you have this paper at hand, of course, you will have to look into it. But if you don't have it, you will challenge your mind and memory. You will rely on that. And that is what you are going to become. I know your challenge, your dream, your destination is to become a professional trainer. You have taken your first few steps towards that. So boy, keep going up. Overall about the meeting in a quick 1 or 2 liners, it was one of those happy meetings where everything was calm, in decorum. We started on time. We maintained our timings throughout, individual section wise. And our Sergeant at Arms began on a very happy note. Since she started first, I'm ending last on her report. One area of improvement, maybe it's a learning for all of us who are working with Zoom. The moment we switch away from Zoom, read out a document, let's say a Word document, quite unaware of it, but our video screen goes off in some of the cases. So that's what happened with Arunima as well. She didn't even know that. So I will speak to her separately, or maybe I'll ask her mentor to speak to her separately and make her aware about it. But all of you, it's a learning for us. Whenever we play a role or we read out from a document, and if we are using a mobile in particular, let's check if our screens are visible or not when we do that. That's the only thing, since we are live on screen on YouTube as well. So I'm very happy to report that it was a happy day at office for the general evaluator. Look forward to play another role and get my own feedback from some of you playing this role next time. In that hope and with an augmented learning myself, I hand it over now to the dynamic and charismatic Toastmaster of the day, my mentee, Toastmaster Sujit.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for such a comprehensive report. Now, we saw how our actions and proper direction is important to achieve our goal. But one important thing that comes before action is proper planning and determination for goals. It was a pleasure to be your Toastmaster of the day today, and with this, I hand over it to presiding officer who did a commendable job. Over to you, presiding officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sujit, for a wonderful being a wonderful host and giving an action, direction, and destination. So this is a really important time, really the most interesting time, because now we are going to listen about the polls. The speaker of the day in all different categories. So Techmaster, do we have polls ready? I mean, the results ready, sorry.
Yes, but before that, we also have polls for the best role player.
Okay, please, could you launch the polls for the best role player, please?
Are we done with the polls?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. So I would like to request the guest here today to give their valuable feedback so that we could improve our meetings. We really value the feedback. And so I would like to ask the guest around, where are we? So could I have Deepak Pinjani to share his feedback on the stage?
Sure. It was a really engaging, entertaining, and amazing meeting. I really needed this. And by yesterday, my eyes were feeling like boiled egg. That was my situation. But due to this meeting and yesterday's meeting in my club as well, I got refreshed and re-energized. I would say everyone keep attending. I missed Toastmasters for quite a few weeks, since around 5 weeks or so. And finally, when I'm back, I'm seeing that I have missed a lot and my practice has gone worse than before. So don't miss a single week and keep attending, keep learning from each other, keep collaborating, keep doing this, and surely it will show a lot of results and reap a lot of memories. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepak, for your feedback. Now I would like to call Natalie to share her feedback with us. Natalie, could we have you on stage?
Thank you for the transition. I like very well your club because we always learn, even if you are experimented. And I like because you are professional, you are dynamic, and you have a lot of humor. Thank you very much for the invitation. Back to you.
Thank you, Natalie, for the appreciation. Thank you very much. So now I would like to call Toastmaster Ranvijay to share your feedback. Toastmaster Ranvijay, how did you find the meeting and what could we do to work upon?
Well, I'm the first timer here, so I really will say sorry in case I miss something and disobey the communication here. I really appreciate each and every topic which has been presented today by each and every one here, and for me it's a learning, especially being working for so long and all that. Have never thought that there's a different way to present your words, communications, and all those things. And I'm learning, so I'm a beginner here. So I will request you all, please provide me in a space and then mentor me for a better communicator for future.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Yes. So now I think the polls are ready. Nimit?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Could you announce the polls, please?
You can go ahead and announce the results. I have shared it with you.
Okay. Thank you, Amit. Thank you, Amit. So now I have the results. So the first best role player is a tie between our Toastmaster Rajesh Sujit and our very sweet general evaluator, Toastmaster Anand. Please give a big round of applause to both of them. The next, our table topic speaker is none other than a speaker who has attended for the first time is Toastmaster Ranvijay. Next, our best auxiliary role player is, without any question, is Toastmaster Ragini, a grammarian today. Our best evaluator today is Toastmaster Shekhar. And the most important role is the most important speaker, the best speaker of the day is Toastmaster Rajesh with his icebreaker speech. So with this, the polls are concluded. I would like to conclude the meeting at this point of time. And guests, please give your feedback. Whomever I could not cover, please share.